And they could have been helped even more because they have altered permeability. Because if you have altered permeability, more stuff is going to get absorbed into your bloodstream, causing more food allergies. So, what is the result of altered permeability? If you look at the slide, you'll see decreased immunity, malabsorption. Obviously, I mean, you're not going to absorb properly. You're going to absorb big protein molecules that haven't been digested yet, that your cells don't know what to do with. As a matter of fact, your cells just don't know what to do with them. Your cells see them as an invader. Then we also have altered barrier function. Like I said, so bacteria can be absorbed, undigested food can be absorbed, and more allergies and more diseases can actually take or start in your body. Another issue that I just want to address as we move on through the intestine is the formation of altered protein molecules in your intestine. Now, these altered protein molecules, and the abbreviation for them is called age, and it makes you age, are formed in your intestine, especially when you have an unnatural diet. So a lot of processed food causes that, and also if you have a too acidic diet. And refined sugar is the #1 culprit when it comes to having a too acidic environment in your intestine. But there are many other reasons. I just wanted to mention this as well. Right. So let's finish off with the intestine, and let's have a look at how Nucleo, or how we were thinking we should address the intestinal issues using a single product. You must remember now, we're doing everything here in a single product. So the first thing we did is we added the food, prebiotics, the food for the good bacteria. And we didn't just add any type of food. We found a company that have produced a prebiotic that they've used in a trial on their own. And this prebiotic has now been proven to enhance mineral absorption. Now, obviously, the prebiotics, they feed the good intestinal bacteria. As you can see in the image, the image that I'm using there is bifidobacteria. And bifidobacteria are found in your large intestine, or in the entire length of your intestine. All right, so the image that you're seeing on the screen is an image of a bifidobacteria. Now, bifidobacteria occur in your intestine, and the prebiotic is necessary for this bifidobacteria to grow properly and to exist properly. And many people's diets do not contain enough prebiotics, especially not the good ones. So, like I said, as you can see on the screen now, the prebiotic helps stop diarrhea. It's also a proven immune system booster. So just some other functions of prebiotics. For example, prebiotics helps to stop diarrhea. So if you have an illness that tends to, cause you to have diarrhea, this will help you. And it's a proven immune system booster, and it also supports your body if you have a chronic disease. The second thing that we're doing with regards to Nucleo now is we are supporting the villi. Now, the villi is just the Latin or the technical term for the little fingery protrusions on the inside of the intestine. Your entire intestine is actually a fascinating organ, but your entire intestine, the full 8 to 10 meters, if you look under a microscope, are little fingers that increase the absorption area. Every single part, every single square nanometer is an absorption platform. Now, this villi, obviously, it's very small, it can be damaged, and in chronic diseases, it's damaged many times, and you need to feed them and repair them. And we've added many of the ingredients in Nucleo, once again, all of it in one product to address the health of the villi. The third thing is we've avoided food allergies by not adding gluten, by not adding dairy, and by not using any chemical preservatives or any food colorants. The fourth thing is this product really addresses digestion. So the moment that you add water, your 350 ml of water, preferably to a shaker, to this product, the product starts digesting itself. And this is something that we've done not to add any further strain on the body. The fifth thing is Nucleo is a natural source. Remember I told you about those altered protein molecules, and that altered protein molecules form because of our processed diet. Now, that is why Nucleo is a better idea, because we're using a natural source. It's a natural maize, it's a natural soya, and all the ingredients are either nature identical or they are 100% natural. Now, moving on, the vitamins. How do we enhance the absorption of the vitamins? Well, one of the problems is that a lot of you guys sitting here today have vitamins in your feces at the end of the day. I mean, I have to say it like that. You have expensive feces because you do not absorb your vitamins and your minerals. Now, the reason for that is many vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K are fat-soluble vitamins, and you need a fat medium to absorb them. So now you're putting all of this in a single product. There are already fats present in this product, and you're enhancing the absorption of especially the fat-soluble vitamins fourfold, up to fourfold. Next, we talk about the minerals. Now, the minerals are very important to me, and you remember I said that we have 25% of the RDA, and that I don't feel that we need much more than that, and the reason being is we're using a very good company, or it's a company that's been around for many years, that have patented their own amino acid chelate technique for minerals. Now let me just explain this quickly. Minerals in your intestine are chelated or bound to amino acids for your body to absorb them much better. So the problem with this, the whole chelate mechanism, is that most of us don't have the right environment in our intestines, and many times we have minerals that are loose, so they're electrically charged, and they repel each other, and they actually make the absorption a problem. So what we've done is we've imported these amino acid chelate minerals that, as you can see in this image, the metal is just, can be replaced by a mineral. This is just an example of how you can chelate a metal or a mineral with amino acids. But if you look at this image, you'll see that the amino acids are bound to the mineral. Now, many companies do this, but the reason why this is patented technology is for a very good reason. Firstly, they've made a small molecular size chelate, which is easily absorbed. Secondly, there is neutrality, meaning this chelate is not electrically charged. And the third thing, it's stable during digestion. So what does it help you drinking this fancy chelate and your stomach's just ripping it apart, and by the time that it gets to the small intestine where it has to be absorbed, your amino acid just, is being your mineral is being repelled. So what does it help? That by the time that this amino acid chelate gets to your small intestine, the amino acids are loose and the minerals loose, then you're back to square one. Next, still with intestine, we've added a very unique citrus extract to Nucleo. Now this citrus extract has many functions in Nucleo. One of the functions is that it kills pathogenic bacteria. So when you drink it, okay, let me just start here. When you add your sachet to a shaker, you may sometimes use contaminated water. Most of us don't, but some people may be in a position where they're going to have to use slightly contaminated water. The citrus extract inside Nucleo will kill 10 to the power of 5 bad bacteria or pathogenic bacteria if you add contaminated water to a sachet of Nucleo. But it does something else. It enhances your friendly bacteria, which brings us back to the whole intestinal issue once again. It can also kill the larvae of worms that could be present in some people's intestines, and it also boosts the immunity. But let me just stick to this whole thing of preservation, because this is one of the ways that we're preserving this product. I told you that I've removed the chemical preservatives, which obviously was now a challenge, because how do you preserve this product that has to have some form of shelf life? Well, the first thing, like I told you now, is that we're using the citrus extract, and it's quite a unique citrus extract because it has no negative effects on the body. The second thing we're doing is I'm using a vitamin E spectrum. It's a whole spectrum powder of vitamin E that is inside the product, and the reason why we're using vitamin E spectrum is to protect the oils, because oils go rancid and the vitamin E protects the oils. Another thing that we're doing is we're using nano-sized particles of silica, and these nano-sized particles of silica trap fluid. And because the problem here is if you have a fat with fluid, you once again going to have rancidity. But the moment that you remove the fluid or you trap the fluid, you will not have that problem. The other thing that we're doing is we're using a triple aluminium layer packaging. It's a high quality packaging, and the reason why we're using this packaging is to protect the product against oxygen, light and heat. Right, back to the intestine. I'm still not finished with the intestine. I really hope you're starting to see why this product was focused to be an immune booster, to be something that will uplift your body, because we're looking at the intestine in so many different ways. I think it's 9 or more. Colostrum is the next product that we added to Nucleo. Now, colostrum has many functions, and some of you probably are taking colostrum. You're buying it in a bottle or in capsules, but colostrum has been added to Nucleo. And as you can see, colostrum has many functions. But firstly, let me talk about the intestinal function. Colostrum protects or heals your intestine if you have damage from medication.